talk in the. Oh, how did that happen?
Someone's recording it.
Did you record? Did you push
I
it?
did
up?
it.
Oh, good, thank you.
Yeah,
What,
I pushed the
just
button.
wait, a really quick thing.
Yeah.
What Mark said, that after it's all done, you'll find it, which I didn't understand, it just automatically goes to documents.
I guess.
Oh, that,
Okay,
well, that's what I think he told me. We'll have to clear it up.
I guess
Okay.
that's where it's set up to save.
okay,
Save to.
yeah.
Okay, maybe that's why. Okay, you're it.
Diane,
Okay,
Diane, smile. You look very tense. That's a girl.
No tense.
Okay,
okay, this is
How are
the,
you feeling?
coming along. Thank you. I'm finished with my viral thing and I'll take a
Good.
test tomorrow, probably.
Very
maybe you
good.
should- yeah.
Okay. You look well.
That's the
See?
problem.
Okay, listen, let's get the show on the road.
okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna look at about 30 sunrise, sunset pictures from, I think, 7 different people. Okay. Slideshow. Okay, somebody's waiting to get in.
Oh, that maybe that's one of my people.
Okay,
Hello. Hello, Lee May.
Hello. May? Is that you, May?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, May. This is Sandy, the one that you met at the club. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
May,
I'm glad to see you, May.
Thank you.
We have about 13 people. It's probably a little late for us to introduce ourselves, but you can see their names on the side of the screen on your, and we're going to go start through the photographs and discussing them, okay?
okay.
Yeah,
And if you
thank
have
you.
any questions, you could ask at the end, okay?
Yeah, got it.
Well, you can, let's just make it
Or you
interactive as we go.
Oh, yes, we're interactive. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
That's Claude. Claude's in charge of the meeting today.
And these are more or less in the order that I received them. So without further ado, and Diane, you want to
Claude,
comment? Fine.
Claude, wait, aren't, the makers, aren't they gonna sort of say a few words about their picture?
They can, sure.
Yeah, that should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I had some trouble. I really did. I couldn't get really the sunset the way I wanted it to. So what I submitted, whatever I felt was at least doable. But I think maybe the location was hard also. I think that the buildings were in the way and I don't know.
Yeah.
I just was having a hard time.
Did you use your camera or your iPhone?
My camera.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was not the most wonderful sunset in the world. There were no
No.
clouds. I don't think it had anything to do with what was in front of us because we could have walked around, but it was a very poor evening for the beauty of a sunset. It just didn't happen. So it wasn't all, it wasn't that it was you,
Yes,
it was
right.
the sunset.
The colors are muted because probably the sky was like a grayish tone. It didn't have any colors in it.
It was very little color that night.
Yeah.
Very little color.
I happen
Yeah.
to like this, Diane. I think it's
Yeah.
lovely.
Well, I like the composition looks good,
Yes, very nice.
and the way the trees are blocking it. Do you remember any of your settings? When you did you
No, I'd have
discuss,
to look it up.
did you discuss settings at that meetup? I wasn't
I
there.
think I was on automatic that night. I think
Okay.
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a little better.
Yeah.
That's mine again.
Very nice.
Yeah, that one's better. But see the sky, it's all very, and it
It's
wasn't
very
you.
dull.
It was just plain.
What's interesting about this one is that the colors are so muted, it's almost black and white. It's just a hint.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But the sun is, that gives a special The sun,
Because it was getting so dark at that point that it almost looks
Yeah.
black and white.
Yeah,
Well, especially on auto, the camera really doesn't know what to expose for.
Yeah.
And it's going to expose for the sun, one, because it's the brightest, and
Right.
also because it's right in the center of your frame.
right.
On the first one, it probably took up too much of the sun and just overexposed everything, underexposed everything. And this one's a little closer because it was, maybe it was picking up some of your foreground.
Mhm. See, I don't really know how to do the adjustments well enough at this point.
You have to take a
That's
bunch
what I
of
have,
exposures, different exposures, and then merge
and
it.
see what works.
Practice, practice, practice.
Pretty much.
Right.
Get lucky.
And you can also do a little bit more editing in like an app, one of the apps, but you said you don't, I don't remember what app you said you use on the computer. You said you do some,
I think this might have been Snapseed. I don't remember. I think-
Okay. Mhm.
I didn't know Snapseed worked in, I think that was only for the phone camera.
The iPhone, the Snapseed work, you have Snapseed on your computer?
I switch it back and forth. So I could upload to my phone and do some changes on that and then send it back to myself,
Okay.
kind of like the back door.
Nice, very clever. Oh,
That's-
lovely.
Herb?
Yeah, I was walking around trying to get the sun in the middle of the buildings. And I finally achieved that particular angle, just as the sun was so intense. And there was no color, you already said there was no color in the sky, basically.
Well, you got some blue.
So I was just going for the intense sun and the buildings being in shadow. This was done with my Canon, it was done with a camera. And I believe I had it down to like f16 or somewhere around there. And I was just playing, I also was playing with the adjustable f-stops, plus a third and a half.
Right.
You mean the exposures, the exposure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
playing around with that. And this is what I came out with.
It looks lovely.
Yeah, it came out now, again, you gotta just walk around, keep walking around and find the best angle for your picture.
Mhm.
Try and, get to what you're achieving.
Absolutely.
And
Very
this is what
nice.
Came out.
Very
So
nice.
I'm happy with it, I like the way it looks.
I wasn't able to make it, but by looking at these photographs, possibly an HDR would have helped a lot.
Hmm.
You would have had as many exposures as you set your camera to, and then you were able to see the sun, and you were able to see the buildings if you wanted to. Or if you want just a silhouette, then what you did is perfect.
Yeah,
You know,
well, I meant to bring a couple of filters, I forgot them, so that was my fault, to help enhance maybe a little bit. But this is just working with the exposures and trying to adjust it, like I
Yeah.
said, third, full stop and so on.
Well, I like the way you captured the rays.
Mhm.
Coming.
Yeah. You almost have the starburst, which is
Yes,
like
yeah.
that image. Yeah.
Well, that again came from walking around and trying to find the best angle, for the picture. I was walking back and forth and, going down low and up high on my tiptoes and just trying to look around for the best angle.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we all have to remember is that when we're at a spot, you don't just stay in one spot. You got to twirl around a little bit.
Right, right.
Harvey, I didn't understand what you were referring to. Could you repeat that?
HDR.
Yeah,
HDR is your camera will give you, let's say 3 or 7 different exposures instantly, like ba, 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 ba. And each one will be a different exposure. So it'll expose for the dark spots, and it'll expose for the bright areas and the middle areas. And then you combine them in software.
right.
Like Photoshop has HDR, which it'll combine them. And if you want it, you can see everything well exposed.
Mhm.
It's
We
just,
should,
it's just another,
It's just another tool, Diana.
Is
We
it on
should-
the camera?
you have to set it up on your camera, but I think that would be a good workshop
That's a
maybe.
good workshop. It's really hard to explain right
Right.
now.
Okay, that would be wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, some cameras have that setting built in, mine doesn't,
right.
where you set it for that, I don't know what they call it on the camera itself. And it'll take 3 pictures. It'll
Right.
take one picture that it thinks with its, computer is normal.
yeah.
And then it'll take one picture
Love it.
underexposed and then one picture overexposed.
Well, that's HDR.
Doesn't add
Right.
together as far as I
That,
know.
actually,
It's about
that's
3 separate
bracketed.
pictures.
Well, that's also HDR.
Right. Well, that's bracketing. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like it's like bracketing, right?
Yeah, you
think
you
the
take those 3
HDR
shots and
yeah.
put it in a HDR program. And hopefully you were pretty steady when you shot all 3.
Or you
It's
have
not
a tripod.
You'll
yeah.
combine them and you'll get a very interesting final
Yeah.
photo.
I'll have to
Yeah,
try,
we should-
this just happened to be, I had my tripod with me. This was on a tripod. I'll have to try that. I
Yeah, we
didn't
should,
think of it,
yeah.
but I'll have to try
It's
that next
not, it's
time.
really not that difficult, really not. I could handhold it. You can handhold it. But if you wanted to use a tripod, it's much better to do that. Then you know everything is locked in and the software won't have too much of a problem syncing them up, so they're
Right.
all right on top of each other,
Right.
whatever you're shooting. But it's very simple and you can go on YouTube, HDR, and it'll explain it to you. I'm sure there's a lot of YouTube.
Yeah, that would really make a really interesting workshop, but I think we should move on now.
Mhm.
That down, Flo, so we can discuss later.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, here again, walking around, and I was looking for reflections. When I go on vacation, me and my wife many times, you see these big office buildings, and we're looking for reflections of other buildings off it. And sometimes you get some very dramatic pictures like that, especially in a big city. You get a lot like glass buildings or silver tone buildings. And many times we get some very interesting pictures just from reflections. So I was walking around here, and this was when we started getting some color in the sunset.
Yeah,
I enhanced it a little bit in I don't know what program I was in, I don't know if it was Google or what I was on, but it wasn't very elaborate, the program, and I enhanced it. I'm more of a naturalist, right? I don't like fixing things so much. But this one I was trying to bring out a little more of the color. And I also zoomed in to try and get more of the white shingles, but I was having trouble with that. So I didn't want to lose the reflection of the color in the one building. But this was also on the tripod. This was a much slower exposure to get it all in. You can see some of the trees are a little blurry. But and I enhanced it a little bit or intensified it, I guess is a better word. I didn't add color. I intensified it a little bit to bring out these colors. And this was just strictly reflection, just walking around, trying to find different angles. And this is what I got here.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very,
Yes.
very nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a good one.
Now, obviously, this wasn't
Right.
on your Photoshop, on the photo walk. This is not, this is in Hoboken a couple of years back.
Wow.
I went on a photo shoot with the Visions guy. He came to us, he and his wife came to us once to talk. I went on a photo shoot and I did use, if you see the trees in the front, I did and get them so that they're lighter. I used layers and I think I went into the Nik software. I used 3 different parts in the Nik software. I usually do in high definition. I do a, what's it called? Changes the values of the colors. And I also went in, I probably did Topaz denoise, which is now not working for some reason. If I didn't use Topaz denoise, I used the noise feature of Nik to get rid of some of the noise in the picture.
Well, is that pervasive? Is that the
Not Vivek. Yeah, it's not called the base. It's another name, not the, one of them in the series of the Nick software does the noise, they reduces the noise.
So did you change the color at all?
No, it was pretty red. I mean, I enhanced it. It was a great sunset. You know, this is when we were looking at the buildings and I turned around and this is what I saw.
Right.
So, yeah. And yeah.
Diane, that's the picture. I just wanted to point out to Diane, this is a really good sunset as opposed to what we had.
We had no clouds, that's it. But I was debating if I should cut out the sign, but I figured if I cut out the sign, there was going to be too much.
Too much
Yeah.
red.
Yeah, it's just going to look too artificial, so I left it.
Right.
It looks like a fake sky.
Well, yeah, and this is in Florida on the Lake Worth Bridge. And I use the same system of in Photoshop, the layers, and then I go in. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Who said something? No. Okay.
You know, Sandy, you almost have two pictures here. If you crop to the left of the woman, in other words, remove her, you have this,
Well, that's a man. Actually, I think it's Dan, but
well,
don't tell him.
I
I think the next one may be more cropped.
I'm saying, but if you, this is lovely, this is terrific, just as it is, but just for yourself, it could be two different pictures.
It could, but I think the next one does only have a guy. You'll see.
Okay, all right.
Perspective.
Yeah, but
pretty-
it's not as,
Oh, see, I was gonna do the other guy.
it's not as strong as the other one is, in my
I
opinion.
like the other
But
one.
I like the way the sun is sitting on the lamp. That's why I
Yeah.
left it in there.
Is this enhanced in a program or?
A little bit.
coloring, or-
Well, it was because everything was, the shadows were kind of dark. I mean, I think I did some enhancement, but not a whole lot. So, yeah.
Use any filters at all? Any filters on your camera?
No, I'd have to go back because again, this was done maybe 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago. When I actually, decided to go and take some sunset pictures on the bridge. But I didn't look, but I probably had my f-stop set up right, but I didn't do too much. I used, like I said, those 3 filters. I'll go into Nick. I'll do increase the what I say before,
Neutral, the
structure, what? To show more detail, increases detail. And then I change the values, one of the value systems in Photoshop. I'd have to look at which ones they were.
Interesting.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Okay, this was just, I'm not a really big sunset or sunrise, mostly because sunrise is way too early. And sunset, we're always in the middle of eating dinner.
I
So,
agree.
This was, I think, during that blue, what is that called? Blue hour?
Yeah.
This is when we first got there.
No, this
no.
was after. This was later.
Was
Because
later?
the sun is shining on the tree and the moon is out. So I think this was later. I don't have the numbers right now.
Was.
And it's pretty much straight out of the camera.
Notice how the tree is red, that's from the sun.
Well, that's from the sun, exactly, right. I may have increased the color a little bit, but not much. And I thought it was neat.
Very nice.
I like the trees. They're really pretty.
That's nice.
Wow.
This one
Wow.
is, well, there's more to the bottom. I don't know why. Can you pull it up? a little? No, go back. Well, I don't know. There's more foreground, but this was during that golden hour. The only thing is, there's a lot of noise, and on my computer, I didn't see all that noise.
Nice, like the coloring, like the colors.
The coloring is beautiful, but it's noisy.
Yeah, again, using one of those denoise things, the one either a Nick or Topaz, it really works well.
Well, I don't have Topaz, but I do have Nick. I don't know. I thought the noise, for some reason, my Vivesa is not working. But you're saying you don't think the noise decreaser is in Vivesa.
Where do you see the noise? I don't understand that.
You don't see
Where?
the noise in the trees? You know, it's like too many pixels.
I don't know, to me, it looks beautiful.
It's not sharp. It's not,
It doesn't have to be sharp.
It's sort of, yeah. It
yes,
doesn't.
it looks fine the way it is. I think it looks very good the way it is.
Beautiful.
I do too.
No, it's not. I don't think so. This should be the top, the golden part.
Yeah,
It looks, maybe you're right. Maybe it's just but I was on a tripod.
also dehazing works at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe the dehazing. I should have tried that.
Yeah, that sometimes works.
But
I
on
see,
my computer, you know, when I was looking at it, I didn't notice that.
You know, I think on the golden part, the fact that it's a little soft contributes to the feeling of it.
Yes.
You think?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This could have been shot, this could have been shot during golden hour.
It was
Yeah.
exactly shot during golden hour.
It was.
Yes.
It looks it.
I turned around. We were looking at the sky and there was nothing there. I turned like Herb said, he twirled around and looked for the best shot. I turned around and this was facing me.
Yeah.
So,
Excuse me, we may. I saw you saying something, but your microphone is turned off. So
No.
we couldn't hear your
No.
words of wisdom.
that's just, oh,
No, that's okay. I was talking to my husband.
Oh,
Sorry
okay.
about it.
okay.
That's why I muted.
Okay, so that's it. You can go to the next. And this one, I wonder why, just a minute.
Why is Moses' photograph cropped?
I know, I don't know why that is. I can't move it. Can you move it, Claude?
No, oops.
Oh,
no.
that one's all off
there's
too.
something,
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh, I don't know. Well, there's more to the photograph. This one, again, this was the little bit of color that I got towards the end. And like I said, the whole picture's not there. So there's a silhouette of some of the house. I don't know, but unfortunately, I can't see it.
No, look, also, it's beautiful. Very,
I like it. I love the trees.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's too bad. And this one also, you had to see the lines. This was a jet. And if you see the sun, this was also late. The sun is brightening the jet, you know, the streaks.
Oh, right.
And I sort of these are the wires, but it's much more effective if you could see the whole thing.
Yeah,
So sorry about that. You know
Well,
what?
it's
Maybe
not
I
just-
sent it.
What are you
Is-
sorry about? Wait a minute. What are you sorry about?
There's more to the picture. In the-
Okay.
Yeah.
But is that the way it came across? Why is that like that? Is it the program?
Yeah, I
I don't
just,
know, must have been,
But
I just changed the
I don't know.
ratio to 50% and it's still cut off on the bottom.
Yeah.
yeah,
This is not the way it was photographed. Somehow Zoom or there's an adjustment somewhere in this so you could see the whole photograph. It's
Yeah,
actually,
it was, I sent it regular,
yeah, I know, I saw it, yeah.
I don't know. Well, whatever, if the lines have, make it a little more effective,
well, this is definitely a minimalist photograph.
Yes, exactly.
I would say that's more in that category than the sunrise, sunset.
Well,
actually.
yeah, that's true, right.
That's too big.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Now I'm really getting it screwed up.
No, don't screw that one.
wow.
What did I do now?
What did you do, Claude, to get that?
That's a good point. I have no idea, but it was
Right.
obviously something wrong.
Claude, try double clicking on it again. No.
All right, go to the next one, Claude.
Well,
I
it's
hope it's
easier
not
said
all
than
like
done.
that now.
No, yeah, then we're not going to see.
Oh, yeah, you can move it so we could see the bottom at least.
No.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
not going
way
anywhere.
too big, yeah.
Oh, wow.
You can't, there's, on the view options on the top, I put my cursor to the top. Is there anything you could do there and
Let's see.
and zoom ratio?
Well, usually when you set it to fit in window or fit to window, you get to see everything. And I've done that, but it's not allowing me to see everything.
No, because it must be
No.
on, it has to be on his end.
Try
Yeah, so the-
50%, and then you'll see it's also cropping everything.
Yeah, it has to be
Yeah.
on his, on the host's end.
Yeah, and I can't get out of here.
Uh-oh, maybe you have to go out and start again.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'm gonna,
Oh.
Oh, I don't know what happened now. Was that you?
Oh, and I found all my dimensions on my pictures. I could, my f-stops and all.
Well, you know, the first couple of photographs, we saw
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's no good. You're
So
back to the same spot.
how large are the photos like this one that you submitted? What's the,
I just emailed my
yeah,
photo.
no, it's,
You didn't change it to the 1500?
No, I just emailed it to him.
No, you had to change the dimensions like we do for contests.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Well, maybe I should,
Floyd,
but meanwhile, this is,
wait, on his program, on his
So,
screen.
so does Claude have a PowerPoint file? What is he showing, displaying the photo?
PowerPoint, yes.
All right,
Is
so
it
go to your
PowerPoint?
scroll down on the left. Go to the scroll where you have all the other photos. Okay, now scroll
scroll
down
down and click
and
on
hit
something.
the next one.
Okay,
See, if you use
Yeah.
that, okay, keep going. And then you'll be able to click down. All right, there she is.
No, wait,
right there.
don't,
Now
no.
try
No,
it.
don't.
It,
Click,
Click
Okay.
on it here.
it looks like it's the actual entries into the PowerPoint.
right.
That's,
Right.
um,
All right,
That's
Claude,
the
why don't
great
you just
show.
pass me and click on somebody else?
Click on the next.
Yeah, click on the next one past me.
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Don't know why it's not
On
working.
the left side on the border where you have all your photos. All the original photos. in
Yeah,
the- in the PowerPoint. If you go down, scroll down and go to the next one. Okay,
Yeah.
use that.
Okay,
Okay,
let's,
go past flows and then hit the next one. Okay,
There you go.
now you should be okay.
nope,
No.
nope,
Oh,
nope,
my
nope, nope.
gosh.
Why is this doing this?
Oh, Bobby,
think-
while they're doing that, I did just crop my picture on my phone and it does look better. I can, just the guy with the sun.
so here is Claude.
No,
Yeah,
you know,
No, but when he makes it bigger, did you click
Yeah.
on your own?
It's now.
this is exactly what you see on the left in the PowerPoint.
right.
Yeah.
It
So
is, yeah.
maybe Claude, this is the way you should show the whole show.
Yeah, I
Right.
think I will, yeah.
It might be.
Just click on that.
So
Yeah.
instead of Claude, instead of clicking on the next photo, which seems to mess things up, try just going arrow down to the next photo, see what happens.
Okay. This is a sunrise. It's
Oh.
in Cancun a number of years ago.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
Interesting.
but the question, the sun looks oval rather than
Well, I
round.
was just gonna
Yeah,
say
it's
the same
just
thing.
squeezed down. I don't know why. Yeah,
It's compressed.
It's the ratio is off maybe.
yeah.
Did-
Oh,
I don't
is it
know why.
oval, Claude? Is it oval? Other than the fact that we're watching
it-
it on the strip, is it
It-
oval in the regular?
No, the original picture, it's around sun. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, somehow this
It's
is,
stretching it. It's stretching the whole photo.
You know what you did? You put the photo into a template. And when you use, that's what you do. If you have a like, it's like taking my photo that I said, I put it in a
Right.
larger, like a wide
Yeah.
screen template. You have to use more of a different size template when you load the
Yeah.
photos in
Anyway,
PowerPoint.
this one is very beautiful, Claude.
That's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Another sunrise.
And what time in the morning was that?
This was in Australia.
Mm.
Oh, wow. You're an early riser.
Yeah. Well, if you want to do sunrises, you got to get up when the sun is
Yeah,
up.
I know. That's why I do sunsets.
I never have them.
You can't
I
tell,
would never-
you can't
never
tell
do
the
a
difference
sunrise.
between the two.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
that's
Oh,
beautiful.
wow.
Now that's a sunset. Is that sunset?
It's sunset, yeah.
Yeah, the colors.
Antarctica.
Beautiful.
I think you won the contest.
Where was this? Where was this? It's in
Alaska.
snow. Alaska?
No, Antarctica.
Oh,
That's
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
In Antarctica, in the middle of the summer, which was January, it's hard to tell the difference between sunrise and sunset because it's almost 24 hours. But this was in the evening.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Is that, did you enhance the colors or was that it?
I might have enhanced it a little bit, but not much.
I like the way the pinks are.
I like the
reflected.
pink in the water,
Mm.
how it's reflected. That's
Beautiful.
beautiful.
And this is a sunset.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's a great silhouette.
Mm.
Nice.
Where is that, Claude?
This one is in
Brighton Beach.
Botswana, Africa.
Mm.
But somehow that sun always looks the same, no matter where you are.
Yeah, yeah, actually,
There
it
you
is,
are.
You could have
it
said
is the
Coney
same
Island.
sun, yeah.
If there was an elephant in it, maybe I would have believed it was an African.
Yeah. And this was LBI.
Ah,
That's beautiful.
sunrise.
That's not.
Beautiful.
I guess it's been enhanced a little bit, I guess. It's just been,
Not much, if any, I don't recall.
Very beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice
lovely.
one.
Wow. Oh, that's gorgeous. Where was that?
This is a sunrise.
Amazon River.
And
Wow. You take some nice trips?
Yeah,
Very nice.
this is set, Claude?
Beautiful.
oh,
Oh,
Oh, Diana, that's pretty.
wow.
But is that,
Why is it blurry?
Pardon me?
yeah.
Is that intentional?
Yes, it's intentional.
Oh, okay.
camera movement.
intentional.
But when was this taken?
That night when we had the workshop. But so so it's in back of the where the sun is. It's the
The other
shrubbery.
side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You changed a lot of the coloring then, I gather.
It was orange. So you changed the
No.
color.
Yeah, you must have used some program like Paint or something like that.
No.
No.
You could,
Oh,
the
so
You know
hue,
what? No.
the hue slider can do it.
Yes, it's in Photoshop where you the gradient, where you move the gradient colors.
Hmm.
That's what I did.
It's very effective.
It looks like a Monet.
Yeah.
yeah, it does, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty.
This was
That's not the same day.
no,
No.
this is in Florida.
They're palm trees.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
California.
Notice the palm tree, we don't have any of those.
No, but she could have cloned it in.
Oh, she could have.
I missed what you said. What?
You could have cloned it in.
Clone what in?
Palm tree.
Palm tree.
Palm trees.
Palm
Oh,
tree.
no, this was Florida. This is
I know, I'm teasing you.
probably somewhere out of Century Village where Bobby and I hang out.
I like
Mhm.
those two little windows, or three of them. You can just make out the light in each of those three windows.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see them, the little points.
yeah.
Little winks of light.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Here we are, Stonefish.
That's nice.
That's very artistic.
Yeah, I really love that That's the light on those.
That could be minimalist too also.
Yes, yes.
You could enter that one in the minimum, when we have the minimalist
Uh-huh.
competition, this would be
Yeah.
that category.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great composition and beautiful color too.
Uh-huh.
Terrific. This, you
So
take
you just walk around here, you can get some interesting shots.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
your camera or your phone.
This is probably my phone.
You know, I hope everybody heard what Diana just said. You walk around here, you can get some great shots. Yes, it's wonderful to be in exotic places, but there are beautiful photographs to be made anywhere.
And the iPhone works well.
Yeah.
iPhone does.
Yeah.
I have one suggestion. I mean, it's only my personal opinion, but I would clone out these little sticks.
Oh,
You see?
I like that.
But those are from the tree.
I don't know. I find it distracting, but
yeah,
my opinion.
yeah, you're right. I would do it. I do that also.
That's easy to do.
It's an easy fix, right?
We can see the reflection of the branches above the oval shaped,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something
good.
else. Yeah, but there's no reflection on the little what do you call them? Branches, these tiny little branches. I just found, I mean, I like the reflection up here, up top by the circle, but those little, it looks like there are little lines in the picture that shouldn't be there.
Right.
Okay. I hear you. Thank
Are
you.
you talking about on the left?
Yes.
On the left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the ones on the building, the shadow.
Oh, no, those are beautiful.
Okay, because those are really beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's a really pretty.
No, on the bottom left.
I see what you're saying,
top
on the left,
Yeah,
on the left-hand side.
right.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Oh, that was a good one, Bobby.
That's nice.
well, I really lucked down here because it's no different from anybody else's picture really, but I got
Yeah.
that flare in the bottom left.
What are those?
That's a flare.
Oh,
And it's just the luck of the, I mean, I don't know, maybe it isn't luck. What I mean is maybe there's a way to do it, but for me, it was just the luck of the draw.
Yeah, you got a nice
but it looks like the
composition
leading line.
of the light. Yeah,
With the leading line, that's true.
Yeah.
I did crop this a little. I took some out of the left. Yeah, I just set it up this way. I cropped out about an eighth of the picture.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Now, I have not as beautiful as this, but I have a similar picture from that night with the long shadows, etc. I gathered, since everybody likes this picture, you don't object to this big, the burnout or the whiteout of the sun. I didn't use it because I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't love it, but that's the way it was, and I think the picture somehow works. I think it's the flare those flares at the bottom left that give it
Yeah.
a bit of.
Hey, Bobby,
Yes.
aren't you facing east?
What do you mean?
No.
Which way are you
No.
facing?
This is probably south,
Well, I don't think it would be south.
not southwest, south.
That's west. She's.
You
It's
took
west.
this, you took this near the barn, right?
Yeah.
The
Across
barn
street.
is the barn on your left?
The way you see it is the way I saw it. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. I mean, that's the shed on the right.
Northwest we're facing here.
Which it's just a little left
Well,
of where
let's
we were
see if the
standing.
sunset's in the west. That has to be west that we're facing.
yeah, you see.
You would think so, because the sun is setting. But is that house in the background one of the new houses?
I don't think so.
That's that.
No,
That's that
Not
other
from Day
barn.
Farm, no. That's from
No.
Day
That's a
Farm.
barn.
That's the barn?
Yeah, that's
Near
Day
the back,
Farm.
where all the farm equipment is kept.
Yeah.
That's the very large one in the
That's
back.
on the right, that building. That's where all the farm equipment.
That's the old
that-
one,
that-
isn't it?
All those buildings are from Day Farm. None of them
Yeah.
are from the new development.
Okay,
There is a development on the horizon. I think that's why I cropped out the left there, because I didn't want those other houses to intrude. So you're correct, that center, more center building is a farm building.
okay. Then it would be facing west. It just,
It's west.
it would have to be if the sun is
The
setting.
sun is setting.
Yep.
I get it.
So that's the question.
The question is because I thought the perspective was that the barn is on the left where the flares are. And if that be the case and the storage sheds on the right, you would be facing east.
Well, how could you be facing east if the sun's over there?
Oh,
The
I
west-
know the sun sets in the west.
The
I
smaller
get
barn,
it.
not the barn that's in
Very
the
much like your
foreground.
picture. You had that purple Martin house. That, that funny little thing on this, on the pole, that's a purple Martin house. And, but so, yeah, it's the same. Just depending what time I pointed the camera. A little later or a little earlier than here, one way or the other.
Okay,
Okay,
Bobby, did you make that frame?
Yes,
Oh, it's beautiful.
thank you. Can we enlarge this? No?
No, it's still, we got half the picture.
Yes. Yeah, I'm missing the whole bottom.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's what happened to mine too.
And it's all
yeah,
very small. See, I made these 1,500, just as though I was submitting them for a competition. Anyway, what I liked about this one was the flare of the sun on the left lower portion of the picture as it
Yeah.
moves around that barn. It just made like just a soft glow, and that's what I like.
would you consider cloning out that orange dot?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that, I did see it, sure, I didn't,
And would you consider straightening it?
no.
Right,
no.
it's straight. It's probably straight. The building is on a slant, isn't it? The roof. And the landscaping is probably on a hill, isn't it?
Maybe, could be, but I find I'm tilting over looking at it.
Oh, I could certainly straighten it, that's not hard.
Yeah, the roof line of the building would always be straight regardless of the land.
Oh.
Not necessarily, no.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
You think they would build a building on a slant?
Yeah, but they built it 120 years ago, Jerry. Nature
it's sunk.
away with it.
I don't know.
Maybe it's sunk.
That's possible, I guess. But, well, okay.
Yeah, to me, it just adds to the antiquity of the picture, that it's not a new, I don't know, that's the way I was thinking.
If you're shooting this for yourself, that's fine. If you're entering it in one of our photo competitions, the judge is going to say it's slanted.
Sorry.
Right, I
I guess I've been trained.
Well, I'm the one who usually gets nuts when I see people's, one of
That's right. You're the one who does get nuts.
Yep.
June is several different ways that you can straighten it. Okay, point taken. Thank you, everybody. It's a good thought. I will work on it and see about straightening it out.
Hmm.
Now, that one's pretty.
Yeah, now this one,
Nice.
I don't know why I got the color here. I really don't know. But I will admit that I did use, does everybody know where the, oh gosh, the burn and the,
Dodge.
thank you, the burn and the dodge tools, right underneath that, there's a sponge. That's a sun sponge. So I just went over the sun a little bit, and it just brought up, the color was there. It doesn't add what isn't there. It just saturates what is there.
The sponge?
Yes.
I haven't used the sponge. It
Yeah.
saturates it? That's what it's for?
Burn and dodge tool and you'll see it there.
No, I know what this, where the sponge tool is. I just never used it.
Yeah. It
Okay.
saturates and desaturates, whatever you choose to do.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like,
Okay, I were on the same page here.
yeah.
Yeah, we were.
July flows. But yes, I have to tell you, this is something everybody should keep in mind. You know that you're never supposed to look directly at the sun, especially when it's low in the sky. And I did know that, and I was taking pictures, looking at the sun, and my eyes were all squinched up. And yet all of a sudden I became aware of a blotch in my right eye.
Oh,
I got so frightened. I
Right.
thought, oh, anyway, I immediately turned around and I was rewarded by seeing, as Flo saw, this lovely tree and the moon above it, which I have a lot of pictures of. And what I was taken with was the red color of the tree.
Yeah, that was the beautiful part of it.
Yeah, it was, even though the sunset itself did not look really red, yet it was sending that red light onto the tree. Beautiful.
maybe it brought out the red in the wood, you
I'm
think?
sure it did, but
Yeah.
if we went back and looked at it now, it would not have that color.
Yeah.
Let's say we saw it at midday, it would just be what we think of as an ordinary brown. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the reflection of the sun. There it is now. The sun is even lower in the sky.
But that's the moon.
That's a moon.
That's the moon, yeah.
No, I'm talking
Oh, but
about
the sun on the other side.
Okay.
redder. If you look at the one before it again,
Mm.
it's like so red. I did not mess with the colors in this at all. This is just as it came from the camera.
Yeah, beautiful.
I love trees and and bare trees. I just love the forms and the shapes.
Yes, absolutely. They're like sculpture,
Yes, they are.
beautiful sculpture.
I have something I got to warn everybody about. True story. When I first got into photography, there was an eclipse and I wanted to photograph it. I went outside and of course there was all these warnings about put a filter on and all this stuff. Not me. And I looked at it for a second while I was photographing this eclipse and it felt like a ray gun going right through my eyeball.
Wow.
I felt I was going
Terrible.
blind.
Oh,
So don't be very careful. with
Ever.
photographing.
Harvey, that's exactly how I felt. That's why I turned around.
Yeah,
I one eye was like
Yes.
a big green. book. Oh my Lord, I was
yeah.
really.
Harvey, how long did it last?
I'd say a week.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Lucky it didn't damage it permanent.
I thought it would, to be honest with you. That's how
Gosh.
strong it was. And
but maybe it did, and that's why your pictures are so beautiful.
could be.
Could be. Yeah, I saw an eclipse in Greece at the Acropolis a long time ago, and they were giving out either
That's
these
right.
little glasses or they were giving out
Yeah.
X-rays, people's X-rays, and you were supposed to look at the sun through the X-ray.
Oh,
Right.
interesting.
Because it cuts down on the how strong it
Yeah, I
is.
guess.
Yeah, I,
Realize it.
Well, Bobby, you have a lot of photos.
Yeah.
I didn't know we could put in so many.
I think I have 9.
That one was really interesting, the last one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go back to that.
Slingshot. Isn't it a
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a what?
it looks like a slingshot shape.
Oh, yeah.
And what I did was I focused on the moon.
Moon, right.
Everything else is blurred.
Yeah, I like that.
Moon is sharp, but
Very beautiful.
Is this the moon?
that's the.
Mhm.
That's the moon. Yep.
Isn't this assignment sunsets?
Well,
It was a blue hour, Harvey.
It was the blue hour.
this,
Yeah,
well, the
every-
sun is setting and it's causing the reflection on the trees. That's what they, but I don't know,
Okay.
would that be, would this be?
I'm gonna DQ this.
And what if there's?
No, because I did the same thing. It's the sun reflecting on the tree and it's during the blue hour, which is something,
It's
is
not
something that has something to do with the sunset. So there you go.
Very special.
Patriotic picture.
If
It's
you were working,
red,
if you were
white,
working for an advertising agency and they assigned you to go, get me a beautiful sunset, and you came back with a moon, you'd be in a lot of trouble.
No,
Yeah, no,
Well,
Anyway,
This, we're in a club and we're having fun, so that's,
yeah.
have fun. Go ahead.
okay,
okay,
nice.
that's beautiful.
bluer hour, just get
It's almost nighttime.
bluer, right? Mhm.
Is that the moon or a spot?
That's the moon.
It's the moon.
Oh, Mr. Wait till we see your pictures.
No, that's a sunset.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, this is looking back towards Stonebridge. Flo, you and I unwittingly, we took some very similar pictures, as you'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
This is looking back at Stonebridge. I'm facing, so Stonebridge is across the street on Federal.
right.
I just love this branch. The only thing I did here was I cropped a little bit off the right, but otherwise I did nothing else to it.
Mm. I like that, it's pretty.
Herb, this one reminds me of your picture. Remember this is the same one? You got the
Silhouettes.
in between the two houses, but I came upon it later. It's a
Like
very,
a halo, it's like a halo around the buildings.
yeah. Mhm.
This is minimalistic.
Yeah, this is minimalism.
Yeah.
I think the last one is coming. This is very minimalist also.
But one would debate whether that's a sunset, definitely.
Yeah, that one may get
I
DQ.
thi- But it is a nice picture.
Oh, we said sunset and the blue hour, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true.
You did? Oh, okay.
Well, we didn't know. We said sunset, sunrise, sunset. We didn't mention blue hour, but like I said before, the blue hour is part of. So I guess it won't be DQ.
Well, unless you put that, criteria in the contest, if you were doing a contest. Sunrise, sunset, and the blue hour.
One hour and blue hour.
Whatever else comes with it.
Well, we learned our lesson. We have to be very, very.
Have to be very specific.
With the judge, yeah.
What's the difference between the blue hour and the golden hour?
Several
Color.
minutes.
The color,
Just a matter of minutes, right?
the spelling,
No, I don't think so. The golden hour, Claude, excuse me, wasn't the golden hour just before the sun starts dipping?
yes.
And
And
blue hour is after it's already come down.
below the horizon, and it's just the opposite for sunrises. It's blue when the sun is below the horizon and gold when it's above the horizon. So it's just opposite between sunrise and sunset.
Okay.
And if you have the app, it gives you the exact minutes of that.
Yeah, I put the app on. I did.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it was an interesting array.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's it.
excuse me,
Yeah.
I sent 2 photos into Claude on May 3rd. Didn't he get them?
May 3rd. Obviously did not.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
Oh,
So I'll be glad to show them. Can I share the screen, my screen?
okay,
Sure.
Claude, you have to let him share your
Right.
host.
Oh,
You know what, Claude? I sent you mine originally on the 4th. Maybe your computer had an issue that day,
could have been, maybe I had an issue that day.
or maybe you had an issue that day.
Yeah, okay, Jerry, you're on.
Okay. So let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
But not the,
Want to get the nude off.
Oh.
very nice.
very
Oh.
nice.
Oh.
Right, so that's
Oh,
behind my house, the basin behind, in front of my
Oh.
house.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Talk about close to home.
Yes.
I didn't have a
Beautiful.
chance to go on your excursion. I apologize for that. And
Wow.
You got two very beautiful photos here. so-
Yeah.
Go back to that
Watching
other one.
Quick.
everything.
Other one again, we.
Jerry, go to the other one. Oh, lovely.
That's not on the pond, is it?
That's
this is
also
on the-
behind his
this is
house.
on the,
It's also on the basin. He has his own canoe.
this is on the Ganges River.
Oh.
And I had to wait as the sun was setting, I saw these guys in their boat come across. And I just had to wait until it got golden enough.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, it would have been better if they were dead center, but I was in a canoe myself, bobbing,
Oh.
moving, and that was
Wow.
as close as I could get.
I once put on a photo in one of the contests where I had a boat in the middle and under the sun. It was also this type, not here. I was in Florida, and the guy said the boat, it shouldn't have been centered. So I don't know. I like what?
They always say that.
No, but I particularly like this one. I like the way the sun is right between those two.
Yeah,
men.
It's nice. It's
For
nice.
what it's worth, they always talk about the rule of thirds, and I feel if I cover over maybe a quarter on the right, then the boat is off center. It's a beautiful photo, very pleasing each way, but I think what's on the right is not really helping the picture that much.
so what I was waiting for, because there's a particular point as the sun is setting where it reflects down
Right.
on the water.
Yes,
If
very
it's
nice,
too high, you don't get it. If it's too low, you don't get it.
very nice.
So I was waiting for this point to get that reflection
Yes,
across the water.
And I like the way the sun, the colors of the red is like a V surrounding the sun. So if you cut off
If
part
you
of the
cut it
right
off, you
side,
wouldn't see it.
right.
Harry, how much did you pay those guys to hold the boat in that position?
Yeah, right.
They're anchored.
They're anchored, waiting for you to take a shot.
They were actually moving. I was fortunate that they were there at more or less the right time.
yes. Now, did you enhance?
No, this is out of the camera.
The color of the water is
Gorgeous.
stunning.
Out of the camera? Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's very
That's
good.
definitely golden hour.
To me, my secret, the way everybody has their own technique, but for me, it's to underexpose the sunset. If you underexpose the sunset, you get more orange to the sunset.
Mm.
Mhm.
More vivid
Okay.
colors, right. That's a
Very
good-
nice.
Now, when you say
Very nice.
underexposed, what exactly are you doing when you say that?
You're clicking back, you're clicking darker.
Yeah, you could slow down the exposure, but more or less you stop it down.
Mhm.
You go one stop to the left.
Smaller aperture.
Either a
Yeah,
smaller
you make the
aperture.
aperture smaller.
quicker
Less and
shutter
less light. You're
Yeah,
letting in
less
less
light.
light, the small aperture.
Right, like what, the 16 and 18, something like that?
Yeah, you make it smaller. right?
Yeah,
Whatever you would normally do, you make it a couple smaller.
right.
Another way to do it is to look at your exposure compensation scale at the bottom of your window. And you'll see it there. You just dial it back a bit.
That's what I, so trying to say before, that's what I do. I see a picture, I go to exposure and I dial it down a third, 2/3, one.
You see it on the bottom, you see it. And if you go up, it gets lighter and lighter. If you go down, it gets darker and darker.
Right,
That's how you
right.
do, the high key, low key kind of thing.
Right.
I might have put my camera on manual for this one, just so I could set the exposure at the point that gave me good saturation on the sunset.
You can somewhat do this with an iPhone, just to use an example for an iPhone, because some of the phones now, like the iPhone 13, you can set your f-stop so that you can actually control your exposure and your f-stop on your iPhone. I mean, you're not gonna,
Where do you do that, Sandy? Maybe we could talk.
you have, what iPhone do you have? What phone do you have?
I have the 13 Pro.
13 also.
Yeah, you have, well, I'd have to show you, I'm not good with the words. If you look at your photo and then you flick on the bottom, there's several different adaptations. You can do adaptations. You can do your f-stop, your color. You can make it vivid, all that stuff, normal, vivid. But you have an f-stop and you have your exposure compensation. You can change it right on your phone. I'll show you
Didn't even know. that.
when you're feeling better.
Thank you.
When you're
No
negative,
jar, no more germs.
when you're
All right,
negative.
just for,
So if I might make one more comment, just for what I found helpful for me. Like I say, everybody has their own, whoop, I didn't want that one. Sorry. On the basin one, I find that if I take a wider, this is really a cropped shot. The rest of the photo is obviously much bigger around it and is more or less a blue sky. Is a regular kind of exposure. And only in the center does it look like a sunset. The sunset is a very small portion of the photo. And I just cropped out the sunset for this photo. So if I printed the photo out of the camera, you would say, so you have a little bit of a sunset in the middle of the photo. And I just cropped it out.
Well, that's all right. I
I
mean,
made it look like the whole photo.
That's
right.
that's your
It
composition.
makes it larger. It makes the
right.
photo larger.
Hey, Jerry, what are those mountains on the right side?
Famous Stockbridge Mountains, right?
Well, Jerry, why is now, did you enhance the blur on the bottom? Or that was just camera shake or?
No, that comes from the extreme crop. This was a small portion in the middle of the photo and I just blew it up.
I see. Oh, okay. Very nice. Lovely picture.
Yes.
Hey, I see everybody did sunsets and I didn't enter anything, but would you like to see a sunrise?
Absolutely. Thank you for allowing me to
All right.
share these photos.
Absolutely.
All right. Now,
Two sunrises, sure.
Let me, I have to do
So you
something.
have to make him
Wait a
host.
minute, wait a
Okay.
minute.
all right.
Hold on.
And then
All
I have
right.
to find it.
I dropped my share. Claude, you could give it to
Okay,
Rich.
I can do it, yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get to it.
Still says Jerry's host.
Yeah. You have to unhost
You
your,
have to unhost, Jerry.
I have to unhook. I thought just dropping, excuse me.
go to participants.
No, it says share.
No, but
No.
go to participants, you'll see your
Participants.
name.
Okay, hold it. Participant. Oh, I see. Host.
And then click on Rich.
Oh, I see. I
Renee,
have to,
you're
I
on
have to
mute.
do that.
Renee, you're
thought-
on mute?
I thought Claude has to do that.
No, you're host right now.
Your
so
host
You
now.
gotta hand it over to Rich.
Yeah.
So just click,
So go to Rich
Okay,
and just linger the cursor over Rich. It's gonna show more.
yeah, I see more.
More.
I see more.
click
Oh.
that on
Click
Rich.
on more.
Okay,
Shoot.
I got
And
it.
then
I
make
got
him
it.
host.
Thank you. All right, Rich, you should be the host.
Rich, your host.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get the picture. I'll be with you in a sec if I can. Because I had the wonderful pleasure of reloading Windows. And many of the apps aren't on there. And I don't think I have a. Let me see if this brings it up. Just a sec. I may not be able to show it to you.
Rich, did you upload Windows 11?
No, no,
Oh,
it
you-
was when I reloaded Windows 10 because I was having some issues.
Gotcha.
That shouldn't mean anything. Windows 10 and 11 are pretty much the same.
Oh,
And
I have Windows 11 on my laptop and you know, oh, all right. Well, nah, this is no good.
Oh,
No, I take this offer back. I can't show it to you.
Okay.
okay.
And then make me host again.
Oh, okay. So that's still on me, huh? Okay.
Yep,
All this power.
yeah.
No, not Jerry. It's Rich who has
Oh,
to.
Rich has
I
to
know,
do it.
Rich has
Oh,
to do it.
oh, I have to do something? All right, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to go to participants.
yep.
Well, if I
And
share
then-
screen,
No, just go
No,
to
no, no.
participants.
Just go linger over top of Claude till it shows more, then click on more.
under participants?
Click participants, you'll see
Oh,
everybody.
I see. Here I am.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
What do I click on? Claude?
Yeah,
Just-
and then under Claude, it says a window will open up.
We'll say
Click on more,
more,
and it
just-
says make host.
one person at a time.
Gotcha.
Just go to more and click
Got
on
it.
more.
It's coming
Okay.
at you.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, we have it.
Oh, we have 14 people here tonight. That's very good.
Yeah.
So we may, what do you think?
Ah,
Muted. I
Ah,
tried.
it's quite interesting.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
Well, I hope you want to join.
Well, don't pressure her like that.
I said, I hope you don't have to say it
Thank you,
now.
so.
It's open.
Joining us, yeah.
So we may, do you shoot film? Do you do the digital? Do you do this?
Not really.
Oh.
My daughter, she used to like photography, but for me, it's interesting
Yes.
to hear other people's comments and
Yeah.
seeing all the photos. They're wonderful.
There's a lot of room for creativity in photography.
I'll tell you, I enjoy these types of sessions where everybody throws in some photos and we look at everybody's photos and we talk about them. I enjoy these types of sessions more than competitions.
Yes.
I think these are fun.
A lot of people feel that way.
Have been thinking about this, yes, and discussing it. We have.
And going out and doing photo shoots without ticks.
Without ticks, right?
Without ticks, right.
It's no talk, right?
No more ticks.
You're right, Jerry. We have been doing these all year long, if not since Zoom anyhow, these show and tells. And every time we have one, everybody enjoys it. Yeah, and all
It's a lot of
that.
fun.
There's a
It's
lot
our
of
fun.
learning that can go
And-
on here.
And we get a chance to talk to each other instead of, looking at a screen and listening to
Yeah.
Right.
a presenter or whatever. So
From somebody whose opinion you don't.
judge, yeah.
That's a great picture behind you, Jerry. What is that?
Oh, that's his,
That's my,
That's the
hoping like
pond.
me. No, yeah, that's,
That's the pond.
that's the galaxies. I get a bunch of clip of art of stuff from NASA. And I
Oh.
put it up.
Oh, is that yours?
So it's not mine. No.
Did anybody do the moon last night?
oh,
Sunday night.
somebody on Facebook did. I don't remember his name.
Ostro.
Yeah.
Alex,
Alex
Ostro.
Ostro did it, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
on Facebook?
yeah,
So-
yeah. I was going to, I looked out I grabbed the view outside my back window before I went to sleep. It was probably around 10:30. It didn't look like anything interesting. And then I woke up like somewhere in the middle of the night and I couldn't find I couldn't find the moon. So it was probably, I'd have to have gone out of the house to see it.
Yeah. I had something to send everybody, but the link didn't show up.
I sent it something to you.
I kept trying to open it and it wouldn't. Somebody, who
I
was?
sent it to you.
No, Walter sent it to me.
But I also sent you something and I said, does anybody interested?
I didn't get that one. I got
You were in-
Walter's. And we tried, he tried, and it just wouldn't do it. So obviously I didn't send it.
Oh, I sent mine out. I have it right here. It was a lunar eclipse exposure guide.
Oh, I didn't get that at all.
Is that the?
Oh, wait, I sent it to the board.
Red.
I didn't get it.
Aren't you on the board?
Yeah?
Oh, that's interesting. I thought I
Are you
sent
sure I'm on your?
the board. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I had, no, yeah, I just used the photo club from the prior, from past email. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't
Oh, it's too late
see it.
now.
And
I
I
think we have to wait a bit more till the next one.
we'll have to wait till the next one, right?
Yeah.
If we're still alive by then,
I don't remember how many years, but I think it's
a long
a
time.
long time.
Flo, I'm planning.
You're,
to still be
you're
alive.
planning to be here? Okay. But I'm older than you are, so I may not.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Who's gonna quarrel with that, Flo?
What? No, I'm not going to quarrel. You have to tell her our secret.
Oh.
Okay, guys,
Okay.
we have anybody else want to say anything?
That was really nice.
No, it's
Okay.
very enjoyable.
Jerry,